කැමති ෆොටෝ.
Thank you for joining us, April. Now, April, I said, is the one and only of her species that lives right here at Seal Island. She was born down in Coffs Harbour as part of a breeding program for her endangered species. And April does not like whiting. Now, April here is also part of a family known as the Eve seal family, the same as all of our species here at Seal Island. Now, they get this name due to action. Let's go. Away from them because they can become quite territorial and outrun us over that amount of space. Well, Ames, you've done an amazing job out here today. Do you want to say goodbye to everyone before we're joined by your next friend? Did you guys hear that? Sub-Antarctic fur seal. Now, Nelson is one of our rescue seals, and he was found with an injury to his right eye, leaving him visually impaired. He was deemed immediately unsuitable for release due to this injury because the government deems them unsuitable once they do have issues with their eyesight because it becomes increasingly difficult for them to be able to survive out there in the ocean with just the sight of one eye. And it looks like Nelson found that piece of fish that April left behind. You've got that really good one eye, don't you? Alright, please, want to come on up over here. Now, we started with the Australian sea lion, who is found around the bottom of Australia. Now, Nelson here is found a little bit further south at an island known as Macquarie Island. Being a sub-Antarctic fur seal, he's found in some pretty cold waters. Now, Nelson is going to help us to demonstrate a few more features of the Well, we're going to give him a helping hand, no pun intended, and I'm going to get you to pop your hand on his chest and ruffle his fur upwards. And while you're doing that, I'm going to ruffle it up over the top of his head. Give him a very handsome fur style. Thank you, Nelson. Alright guys, can I please get a show of hands? Who can see that fur now? Much better. Now, Nelson here actually has his second densest fur coat to help outsmart those predators. So sit back and take a look. outsmart and confuse those predators. And of course, they need to utilise that bowing behaviour that we've seen people demonstrate just like this to be able to use their energy efficiency in this behaviour. You see, Nelson here is a mammal like you and I, taking a breath every single time he's surfacing the water and breathing out as he continues under the water, allowing them to outswim their predators, even if they're at a young age. He was brought into human care and it took him almost 3 years to fully recover. Thanks for joining us, Sly. Now this particular species here is the one a little bit closer to home and is most common found along our coastline here around this time of year, so during the winter months. So Sly, do you want to show everyone where those scars are? They're still pretty evident to this day. Have you ever seen them? Right there. Sly loves to twirl through the water, so keep an eye out when he's swimming around later and he might demonstrate this for you. Now one other feature that I want to utilise Sly with because he's so good at it is to talk about his impressive whiskers. These whiskers are 10 times more sensitive than our cats and dogs at home. They're picking up different swim patterns under the water. For each different species, they have a different swim pattern, which means Sly, well, he can actually tell the difference between these species before he's laid eyes on them, which makes it really important during storms when visibility is low. So Sly here needs to make sure that he's keeping these whiskers nice and clean to avoid any interruption in the water, just like that. That's good. Thank you. Now there's good news for our oceans because there are some very simple things that we can do to help. And Sly's going to show us just how easy it is to make sure that we're doing the right thing by the environment. Right after he shows us what not to do, and that is to throw it